Hi, this is Candace again. I made a second steampunk altered paintbrush, and here it is. And this one is, it's a little bit wider than the previous one that I made for Noel, and it didn't actually take as long, but I did have a really good time making this. I'm going to go ahead and see what I can do to go through this with you. I have this at the top attached with a lobster clasp and some of the chandelier crystal, and I'm not sure that's going to hold, so I'm sort of holding out before I try hanging that up. What I did was I attached a bunch of pieces of metal and screws and things. This key at the top, this piece of it, like a wind key for a clock, and then there's some ball chain. Back here you can see that there's one of those My Fairy Treasures. It's just bent around the handle, and then I attached a bunch of other pieces, and then I painted it black and then rubbed off the paint, so that gave this sort of, you can see that ball chain has some black around the edges of it. And then I took some blue Inca Gold rub and rubbed some of that on that blue. Gives it that sort of shiny shininess to it. I sprayed a bunch of flowers. These flowers here. I'm going to show you these because they actually came out pretty cool. And I started with Lindy's, and then in some different dark colors like cinnamon and stuff, and then I moved on and I tried the Perfect Pearls Mist in bronze, and that's where you get this shiny bronze color. And to me, that Perfect Pearls Mist in bronze really works well for steampunk flowers. So this little bouquet here is a bouquet of flowers and a couple of gear type bolts. And then I had gotten some of these. This is a model airplane propeller, and I rubbed that with some Inca Gold in the copper color and added this flower on top, which I got from Sybil. And these blue and black flowers are just perfect for steampunk projects. They're great colors. So after painting this black, and you can see the graphic 45 paper in the back, I took some cheap little paints that I have that are sort of a metallic, and I just took the different colors and I randomly, as random as possible, rubbed them, and I tried to match the colors with the colors in the paper. So that's what this is here, and that's just black in the background. This here is a piece from My Fairy Treasures, and I've rubbed it with some Inca Gold and blue. Behind that is some of that Spellbinders gear that I just punched out in black and then rubbed some of the Inca Gold on it. And then behind the green heart is also the same thing. And then down here we have the same thing I did on the other one, where I took a watch casing and I put some things in there, including one of those flowers, dichroic glass, rubbed this with a little bit of black, and put one of those working compasses on there. I actually painted the bristles with broken china and rusty hinge, and I used the paint daubers. And then I went ahead and I attached this this keyhole right to the bristles with E6000, and it stayed, so I was very happy about that. Then I'd gotten a bunch of these metal circles with numbers on them. There's some sort of mailbox tags or something, and I just attached it with a little pin. And then here's a crystal from the I just poked a hole through the paper and put that through, and so there's one of those crystals. And another one of those flowers from Sybil. And then this butterfly behind here is from Eiley. She had sent me a few butterflies, and I just love the corrugated. I thought it went really well with this project. And then I made another one of these dangles to go with it. And I will zoom in again. And you can see here that I've got one of those clocks on there. And some of the My Fairy Treasures. This one here, this here is a My Fairy Treasures. This other silver one, I'm not exactly sure where I got that. And then some clock pieces and some really cool chain that's sort of variegated. And then another My Fairy Treasures piece, which would be this gear here, and there's a key that I had in my stash, and then this little lock and key I also had in my stash. Very small, but it looks cute back there. So there is my second steampunk project, and I really had fun making these. They were, once I got going, they weren't that time consuming, but that was a good challenge, very good challenge for me, and to do something I've never done, an altered paintbrush before, so that was really fun. So thank you for watching. I really enjoyed making these, and I will see you on YouTube.